Hey guys, so I wanted to come on here and chat with you guys for a minute. Just got off work. I'm kind of tired, but I've really been waiting for this day, guys. I'm super excited. But anyways, so I know I haven't been on here much. I haven't really, other than doing like a couple of haul videos and what have you. My spirit has been very low, and I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'll turn my car off. My spirit's been really low. I've been trying to patiently wait. God's really been working on my patience, teaching me a lot of things and showing me a lot of things. And so I guess this could be a somewhat update video since I haven't done an updated video. Saturday, I was going to do an updated video. I was aggravated. I was getting some comments that were really getting on my nerves. And I was just wanting to put people straight and do this and do that. But this is crazy. But the Lord wouldn't let me do it. I had I done 4 different videos in which 4 of them was over the same thing. But I kept trying to redo them because in my spirit I just couldn't do it. And I couldn't really talk. I couldn't get it out. So I'm like, it's just not meant to be. So I erased it. And I wasn't in the mood to share anything. And so I erased it. And I'm like, whatever. It is what it is. So I've been dealing with patience. Those of you know that I've been saying that I'm trying to move, which is true. We found a apartment in which it's took over about close to 2 months, I guess a month and a half. At first it was like 2 more weeks it would be ready, and then when that time came it was another week, and then after that it was another week, and it's supposed to be to the 29th, but I've got good news. And so during those times my heart was ripping, my heart was aching. I was so sad. I wanted it right then, but God was showing me on the other hand that I couldn't have it right then. I had it, paid the deposit and everything paid for me to get in, but I couldn't get in because of stuff that they had to do with the apartment or what have you. But during those times, the Lord He taught me so much. And I found strength that I didn't even think that I had. Like, I literally at times felt as if I was just going through the motions, and I'm gonna try not to get emotional here. I don't want to cry. But it was a very hard time. But God seen me through it during the season in which that I'm in. And I've learned so much patience, and I've always thought that I've had patience. I've had it with kids and just daily struggles with life. Sometimes I don't have patience because stuff gets on my nerves, but the patience that I've learned here lately is sometimes you've got to wait, and you want things in the grasp of your hands, but you can't get it in the grasp of your hands because it's not time, And so during that time, it was just horrible. I was wanting my own place. I need all of my stuff, all put together in the house, all of my kids to be together, all of us to be together. And it was just the horriblest freaking feeling ever that there is. But I bared through it. My kids are doing good. They're doing fine. I'm doing fine. And, so anyways, so supposedly it was supposed to be the 29th. Well, I was getting off of work, and I was like, I'm going to call and check on that, to see, to touch bases to see what's going on with the apartment situation. And not only that, I had been sick. I had some freaking allergies going on, so they gave me steroids and they gave me a Z-Pack. And so I was taking that crap. It was keeping me up. I couldn't sleep. I was working. I was missing my kids, being in one home together, and it was just horrible. Well, that day, yesterday, and the day before, I slept and I slept and I slept because after work I was exhausted, and it just, after my last pill of prednisone or whatever, I just crashed. And I had got up and I was kind of feeling down, and I'm like, woke up, I said, I'm one step closer. I'm one step closer. And that's what I told myself. Even though at times I felt like I couldn't pray, but in the back of my mind and my spirit, every day I've got these, and on the inside is all of my, my patients at the nursing home. But every day for almost 2 months, I would write a Bible verse or some type of encouragement for me, and I would just keep writing that, even though I didn't feel it. But I kept writing it, and I kept believing it, and I would read it, and I'm like, this is going to pass. Oftentimes, like, the springtime's coming up, and I would look at flowers, and I was in this season in my life, and I'm like, those trees and those flowers were dead at one time. Like, they die down, or the leaves or whatever. But then when it's springtime, they start blooming back. And you can see the prettiness. And I'm like, that's the season in which I'm in. Life is but a season. And I would tell myself that over and over. And so last night, I had bought this book a while back. It's been weeks ago. And I've just not been in the mood. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I've not give up on God. But I've just kind of been, at this... My emotions have been everywhere, and I'm just hurting. But I pulled that out, and it's by T.D. Jakes. I can't talk. And I pulled it out, and the book's called Destiny. And I start reading it and everything, and I'm like, the first page I was going to put it down. I'm like, I don't want to read this, but I kept pressing on, and I kept reading it. And during the midst of all of that, it spoke to my spirit. It was talking about, finding your destiny and finding your purpose. And like, God's given you a call upon your life, and it's up to you if you're going to use it. And, if God blesses you with whatever purpose in your life that there is, if you don't use that purpose, how are you going to, that's your reward back to God if you, step through those doors and show you, that you can do it and you need to do it, And I kept on reading. I'm like, it spoke to my spirit. And there was one verse that really spoke to my spirit. I'm burning up in here, but oh well. This is my first coffee all day, and my hair's a mess. I know, I'm sorry, guys. I've been a mess, but it's okay. I can be God's mess. That's what I am. But anyways, this one, and by far am I perfect. People has made comments on here that I've been divorced twice, and, here she is, she shouldn't be speaking about the Lord, this, that, and the other. I've always said it. As long as I've had breath, I will talk about His goodness and His mercy, because He's the one that has showed me the way. And that's another thing. Through all of this, God has really brought me right here in this position to where, and I've felt within my spirit, He is putting me away from everything and everybody to let me know that I've got to rely on Him and nothing else. And when you discover that and you start becoming like being on your own per se, like, stepping out and all this, like I'm getting my apartment and this, that, and the other, God has really, really showed me, hey, all that I need's Him. He's the one that will see me through the things that I can't get through. He's the one that will be there for me in every second minute of the day of life. He's the only one. We fail Him, but we're human. We make mistakes, but He is God, and He's there, and He's a forgiving, merciful God. And He has showed me that so much through this. Like, it's this world's so hard and so crazy and so bitterness. There's so much hate out here. But anyways, this spoke to me. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to let y'all go. I just wanted to give you guys a semi-update, because I've not been able to talk about nothing. I've not emotionally, like I would get on here, like I said Saturday, I was aggravated. I was getting these comments about my dogs and everything, and it was just like, really? These people are so... People can be so cruel, rude, disrespectful, and downright ugly. And I would keep recording, and I erased it. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do it. But anyways, I feel that, y'all have been my followers for so long. Y'all have touched me more than you'll ever know. Like, there's so many people on here that has encouraged me, that has been there. And y'all have always said, there's been times like, I have helped y'all so much. I can't look at you guys because I'm gonna cry. Y'all had said that, you know, there's been so many, like, I've had so many, like, messages, like, you don't ever know that you have, I've been close to giving up, and, like, your testimonies and stuff kind of got them through, you know, whatever they were faced with in life. But I'm gonna tell you something. This time around is one time that I have been at the lowest. But this is one time that you all have somewhat helped me and encouraged me to get me through whatever I'm going through by your prayers, and, you know, just saying, hey, are you okay? You know, I'm praying for you, because God places people in your life for a reason, and I do believe that. But I just want to thank you guys for that. And even the people that hate on me and, like, make all these comments on my channel about my dogs and my house and just ridiculous stuff, I thank you for that too, because you have, this past weekend, I've come to realization that I'm not going to let that crap bother me anymore. I'm not going to let it get the best of me, because at the end of the day, it's only hurting them. The stuff that I share with you guys, I share because I want to. And then some things in my life, y'all see bits and pieces of, like, you know, when I shop or whatever. But I'm not going to do it no more. I'm not going to let people bother me and get the best of me, because it ain't worth it. You know, I have reality worries other than to worry about what negative people say on my channel about me or whatever. Because at the end of the day, the good Lord up above knows it all and he sees it all. Look at that. That's just something else. It's something else. I was looking at that girl. Dang, my leg's hurting. So this is the part that had stood out to me. It says sometimes, this hit home so bad. It said sometimes deep pain and torturous emotions later help to maneuver, mold, and position you into your life's position or your life's purpose. And I'm like, that is just awesome. Like, when I read that, it spoke to my spirit. And then right down from it, it had Romans 8:28, and we know that God causes everything to work together for the good for those who love God and are called accordingly to his purpose for him. But anyway, so I thought I'd share that with you all and give y'all an update. We are okay. I'm okay. My kids are okay. My dogs are okay, and my pets are okay. For people to say such stuff that they really don't even know what they're talking about, and they get on there and they get on my comments, which I know that this is social media, but y'all need to realize I am human, and I do read that stuff, and it does hurt me. You know, people don't need to be saying stuff that they don't even know that's true. None of that crap was even true about, you know, that I got rid of my pets, and, you know, no, I love my animals with all my heart. I love them. But I'm not even going to explain any of that, nor do I have to, because, you know, I don't have to put anything out there that I don't want to. But we are getting an apartment, and the great news is this Friday I will be getting to be in my apartment. I probably won't be moved in there right then, but we're getting our apartment. I talked to that lady, and we talked a little bit, and I shared her this verse, and she shared me a verse, and I'm like, this is just awesome. I said, this is the best thing I've heard in 2 months. Like, y'all don't even know, like, how much I prayed about getting that apartment for me and my kids to get settled and, you know, get going. So, oh yeah, I'll go ahead and share this with you all. My 2 little dogs get to move in with us, because in apartments here in Tennessee, it's only allowed up to 25 pounds. And so those 2 dogs are going with us. Unfortunately, Sarge, he isn't going to get to, because he's way above average. And it's not that I tried to get that house, and you know, the house that I tried to get for all my pets to be in there with, they wouldn't allow a big dog in these apartments, and then the house fell through. So I was in a waiting game for the apartment, and I waited. We had to wait until it got ready. But through all of that, God showed me patience, and He showed me a whole lot of stuff. And as of Sarge, he's going to be staying with Johnny until what I have in mind is later on, like a year later, I'm going to try to get my own house, and that way I can move him back there, because in apartments, they don't allow great big old dogs. And people on here can say what they want to. I realize since I'm social media, and like, we've shared our lives with you all, like, so I feel like I need to tell y'all this to where there won't be talking, hearsay, which there's going to be talk anyways. But the thing of it is, I work. The stuff that I buy with my money is frankly my business. I work every day. As a matter of fact, some days I work like 6 days a week, and I'm off one. But, there's been remarks made that, she's selfish, she don't buy for her kids, she don't do that. Y'all are so wrong, because, and I'm not talking to the ones that, know me and follow me, but the other ones, the haters, y'all are so wrong. I buy for my kids all the time, and they get money. I don't have to explain this. Sounds like y'all are just jealous. Yes, I like my perfume. Yes, I like my makeup. Yes, I like the Dollar Tree. It's $1, for heaven's sakes. When I go, I spend sometimes $15, $20. That's less than what these people out here that would be buying a freaking $200 or $300 pocketbook. I mean, why should y'all care? It's my business. I don't understand that. And they're like, her and her junk perfume, and you know what? That's my business. I like that stuff. That's, perfume and makeup and Dollar Tree and Goodwill. That's stuff that I like. That's stuff that, I'm happy with. But with my kids, I buy them stuff all the time. All the time. Like, whenever we go out, they get to choose what they want, because, hey, my kids are my number one. Like, they're my life. They're my life, and I love them with everything within me. So before y'all start making suggestions and stuff, think twice, because you don't know what you're talking about. But I'm so glad that this trial that I have been in is somewhat getting steady. I'm going to get my apartment. We're going to get moved in, and then get a routine down. So, and I know that there's going to be remarks about my dog, and then the other situation with the other dog that I had. You know what? People can think what they may. But whenever you're in a situation where there's nothing available in Rockwood where we live, there's no houses, and then for me to be able to even have a house, people that has rented per se, that goes before me, they're the ones that's going to be picked, because, I'm starting here at the bottom. I'm working, I'm building my credit up, so that's why it's going to take like a year to get to where I need to be. So in life, we've got to start at the bottom to get up here and to overcome and to be what we're supposed to be. You can't start from up here and then, if you're down here, you got to work your way down and up. So, when the only available option for me and my kids is an apartment that only allows 2 dogs, which, I love Sarge with all my heart, but if that's the only option that I have, guess what? My kids are my number one priority, and that's exactly what it's going to be. So, there y'all go. I wasn't really wanting to get into those kind of details, but you know what? I share my life with you all. And, I'm just me. And I love you guys, and thank all of you that have followed me and supported me throughout all of these ups and downs, happy, sad times of my life. I love you guys more than y'all will ever know. So anyways, that's the update. Come Friday, I get to go sign the lease, and then our butts get to move up in that place. I'm super excited. So, and just keep us in your prayers. This crap's been hard for all of us. It really has. But you know what? Storms don't last forever. So, just keep us in your prayers, and I'm sorry that I haven't been on here really, excuse me, talking much to you guys. Normally I do talking videos, but sometimes in life I just get to where I can't talk. Sometimes I'm just, I don't feel like talking about anything. Going through this little storm, I shouldn't say little because it's been freaking huge. It's really, really, kind of, my strength kind of got weak, per se. That's why I got this tattoo right here, because I was feeling so low. I've always liked this tattoo, and people's been making remarks about tattoos. Guys, this is my body. Don't worry about me. Don't. But during this rough season in my life, I didn't think I had strength, but I have all along. And, the cross, of course, represents the Lord. And He's so merciful and gracious to me, and I can't ever repay Him for Him carrying me through the storms that I've encountered. And I'll have to say, I've lost my mom and my mama and my dad and my grandparents, but this storm has been really rough, and it was hard losing my mom, but, I've been so used to being without her, and, I guess I've accepted it and stuff, but when this storm come by, I'm like, wow. It really took the breath out of me for a minute. And I know I'm still not way up here where I need to be with everything in life, but my emotions have been so like a roller coaster with daily life struggles and stuff. Mainly worrying about getting my apartment, which that's the thing, it was paid for and everything, but the apartments were so like there was so many on the list, and I got so lucky getting in so sooner, but that sooner was so later than what I needed it to be. I needed it to be then, but it couldn't be then. It had to be coming up this Friday. So that's the thing, sometimes we want things in the palm of our hands when we can't. Sometimes we've got to wait. So whatever purpose or reasoning that God's teaching me through all this, He's really learning me so much. And I guess He's wanting me to be stripped down from everything. That's the only thing that I can think of. Because when you're here at this place in your life, you are stripped down. And the only thing that I know is that, I love the Lord with all my heart, and I love my kids. And all that I want to do in life is to help others, help and show them that, hey, you can do this. You might not think that you can, but you can. But the only way that you can do it is by God, and through His grace, and through His mercy, and through His strength, because we're weak without Him. And, sometimes life gets so hard, and you're like, you put God on the back burner, you're hurt, but He's there and you love Him, but sometimes we just place Him aside. And I know without Him, I can't make it. There's no way in hell that I could even face anything. I couldn't face tomorrow without Him, because every time when I'm feeling low or discouraged, He's my number one, and He's the one that I, call out to, and He's the one that I think to. And I just, I'm crying a lot because I'm really happy, but my emotions are so scattered brain, and it's like, He's my all in all. And I'm thankful that He has looked out for me and my kids, and He's always, He's always made a way. Even when, during the times that I wanted it to be sooner, He's always been there, and He's always, been faithful. That's like this one here, that faith. He's been faithful to me. And I love you guys, and I'm sorry that it's taken me this long to talk to you all and share you all what's going on, but I've not been ready. But when I got that good news today, I'm like, I'm going to come on here and I'm going to tell them. I want my life to be on this steady, just steady way to where I can get back to where my routines and my kids' routines is just normal. And, that's what I want. But I do apologize, guys. I have sat here. I'm about to order some pizza for me and the kids here in a minute. I'm up here at Domino's. But really and truly, those of you that have prayed for me and my kids, I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart, and you'll never know. Because I know prayers go a long way. Even if those of you that just said, hey, remember Stephanie, you know, prayers go so far. And this plaque that my grandma used to have, and I've got it now, every time I would go in there, I would see it hanging at my mama's house. It says, why worry when you can pray? That is so true. But, you know, in life, this shaking world called life, which is beautiful. This place is beautiful down here. But we all have ups and downs. But, you know, this thing in life, whenever we worry, it's only making our problem worse. And I'm so guilty of that. Because I'm the type, I'm an overthinker. And of course I'm a worrier because I got that crap from my grandma. My mama would worry about everything. But yet at the same time should say, well, honey, you can't worry about it. Put it in God's hands. But and I did, you know, because during all this hell that I've been going through for the past 2 months, I was giving it to God in my own way. Like, you know, I would write, you know, little verses down on the back of my papers each morning that I would get up. I felt like I couldn't pray because I was just so distraught. And so I prayed to the Lord, and I was like, you know, I can't pray, but I'm going to force myself, and I'm going to get through this one way or the other, and I'm going to speak faith, and it's going to be okay. And that's exactly what I did. And I'm burning up. But anyways, guys, I'm going to get off here, and I'm going to get me some pizza, and for the kids, I don't know what kind I'm going to get. But anyways, I love you guys, and I'm super excited about us getting to move into our apartment. So I will keep you guys updated when I can, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.